Hello, my beautiful friends. I'm just popping in to talk about something that many, many people have shared with me during the hundreds and thousands of one-on-one client sessions that I have done. And that is the concept of spiritual isolation. One of the factors of this evolutionary shift is that a lot of people have incarnated at this time to participate in this bigger gateway of transformation for the human collective. But many of these people who, they call themselves starseeds or light workers, part of the shift crew, whatever you want, a lot of these people are living in places of isolation. They might be the only woo-woo person where they live, in their family or in their community. And it's really been the internet that has brought a lot of people together in these kind of spiritual communities. Like that's been the outreach for people to make connections. Of course, at this time, we also had the pandemic where a lot of people were in isolation. So spiritual isolation has been, whether it's a physical isolation or you just feel isolated with these ideas, has been a big part of everybody's lives. But as we work more with bringing energy into the heart and projecting the world through the heart center, one of the major things that happens, of course, is that the field begins to unify. And you might even have noticed that as people are also opening up, now you're discovering that, oh, another friend that you knew is also into this stuff, or somebody moves into your neighborhood. And those communities of like-minded energy or like frequency collectives are starting to gather more. And this in-person gathering part is really, really a beautiful experience for everybody to have, because it becomes that physical manifestation that the heart center is unifying the world, that the inner work of the spiritual world is now able to unify with the external world of our relationships, friendships, communities, and all that sort of thing. I just had a magical experience here on the drop zone where I live, where I feel that there are a lot of people who share a heart-centered energy, even if they are not spiritually identified, like they're not necessarily spiritual people or working on their spiritual path. But there's a certain frequency here that's very heart-centered, and that's kind of part of the new creation. It doesn't have to be an identity of being a spiritual person, but that you simply live at a certain frequency. And at our recent end-of-year party, the family who owned the drop zone, at the end-of-year party for all the staff and all the locals who jump here, organized a sound bath. And the people leading the sound bath were talking about heart-centeredness, and my mind was blown, because if I walked around to all my friends individually and tried to convince them to come to a sound bath, I probably wouldn't be very successful if I was operating from my little me. But because I've really practiced the heart centering, what happened was, in my broader quantum reality, somebody did all that organizing. I didn't have to try and teach anyone. I didn't have to try and force anyone to come. We all just ended up in this beautiful sound bath, healing together, doing heart centering. It's pretty mind-blowing. So that's one of the examples of starting to find yourself in a more resonant community. But I'm sharing this because I'm also going to be doing a live event called the Channel Panel. I've been talking about it a lot, talking about it on Spread Your Third Eye, the podcast. I've been telling my email list about it. But I'm just putting out this message to really invite the people out there who've been following my stuff, watching my stuff, and the Circle of Light, who have been feeling this spiritual isolation, that coming to an event like that, not only is it the classes that you're going to be learning, and I'm teaching a really cool class called Bending the Matrix into a Life You Love, which will be teaching a lot of the deep energetic frameworks that shape our reality and how you can move them so you can start living in a more heart manifestation type creation. It's also going to be a beautiful gathering of people in this frequency together. And for sure, new friendships, new connections, new communities get born in these moments, because not only is it that there's a whole bunch of people who are kind of vibing into the same information and energy as you are, we also open these massive gateways when we do this work together. And there's something that continues to resonate and permeate into the reality when we share that gateway opening. Doing channeled work, it's a sort of a grade up from working with a human practitioner, in the sense that as channels, we open up gateways for massive amounts of higher frequency energy that lies outside of the usual egoic framework to actually enter the planet. It's kind of like just turning on the tap in a bath and having energy like pour into the environment. And when we gather together in numbers, we're able to build a bigger field and open up an even bigger, a bigger bathtub for this energy to pour in, for us to share not only with each other, but as you then go out into the world and emanate and radiate that energy that you kind of soak yourself in over the weekend. So it isn't just about the specific classes that we teach. It isn't just that the circle of light are going to be there. It's that there's going to be, I'm not sure the number, 10 channelers gathering, opening these gateways, hundreds of people who resonate with this energy and with this intention to uplift the planet, all gathering together and building a field of energy that you share with and commune in with the other participants. So you really do create these beautiful, super strong bonds. I can tell you that I love working with my clients. We work over the phone all the time. I love doing the Monday Night Awakenings where the circle just comes in and channels. But it's always amazing to me when I actually meet my clients in person, and I do try and find a way to meet them as I'm traveling around, even just once in person. I'll go have a coffee with them if I'm in their town or whatever. That there's such a frequency of love already there because we've shared that energy field together. And for example, Mia, my co-host from Spread Your Third Eye, she had been working with me for probably at least a year, I think, before she came to an event that I did in Sedona. And we immediately feel that soul love connection. Even though we're quite different people, the soul love connection is very apparent when we're there in person together. And from that, really, Spread Your Third Eye has blossomed forward. And I don't know if it would have been the same if we hadn't had that in-person connection. And that's what everybody says about the connections that they make at these events. So come down to the channel panel. It's going to be in West Virginia. It's November 14th to 16th. It's a super beautiful, powerful energy vortex area, which is calling everybody in to also help raise the frequency of that landscape so it can become another massive energetic center where people can gather, kind of like Sedona is now. So we're kind of trailblazing in that area to have such a big event there, and you can be part of that. And you're going to just meet people who are on your vibe. You'll be amazed at how much family it's going to feel like. And then also what I notice is over the course of these weekends, as everybody goes to their different classes and workshops and learns different things and releases more resistance within their own energetic framework, because that's what exposure to high vibrations does, the groups become more and more unified and together at the end. So please come down to the channel panel. We're going to be doing 3 classes, Bending the Matrix into the Life You Love, which is about my individual course, and then the main stage presentation. Plus, I believe we're going to be in a group channeling as well on Sunday. So it's going to be a fantastic event. But the exciting thing is we get to hang out with each other in person and get to fall in love with each other a little bit more, get to know each other a little bit more. It's going to be wonderful. So we'll see you at the channel panel. Link in bio or somewhere where you can get the information. It's all over my website, Circle Evolution. Come and join us.